Hello and welcome to the reselling report for today, Tuesday, October 6th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday I upload the reselling report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you're new here to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Have you seen an uptick in sales here now in the fourth quarter? I decided to put almost everything in my store at 99-cent auction, which, that's almost 200 items. Now, will they all get bids? No. Hopefully a lot of them will. I was starting to pull things to take to the consignment store, but then I thought, well, maybe I'll just try auction because the consignment store still hasn't processed my bag from last week, and I can't take in more until I get that back. And yeah, I thought I'd utilize auctions. I've also been thinking what I want to do when the end of the year comes. I thought I would, probably close my eBay store just until, this whole pandemic gets over and I can go out and source again. But I think I might end up going down to just a starter store, which is, $5 or $6 a month, just because one thing I have all my social media and I have my URL for my store linked everywhere. So I kind of don't want that to go to just an empty spot. So I think I might end up doing that. And that way, if I have, a few things here and there, I could always keep them listed. It's really hard to pull the plug completely on anything, and I might as well just keep it active. So this is just a way to clear out, hopefully more inventory, especially since I can't take it to the consignment store now. So that's what I spent my weekend doing. A couple of retail headlines to start the day over on CNBC. Instagram is adding more shopping features, and it already has a head start on TikTok. Facebook-owned Instagram will start testing shopping through its short-form video feature Reels later this year. Instagram will also add shopping to its IGTV, where users can watch longer videos starting yesterday. The move will appeal to creators and brands who routinely look to monetize their efforts on the app. Adding the shopping feature soon could also give the company a leg up on TikTok, its Reels competitor. Are you utilizing Reels on Instagram? And if Instagram rolls out more shopping features, do you think you will be using those? I see several people who sell quite well via Instagram. So interesting to see that development. Welcome for those who utilize Instagram for their business. Also, Walmart signs trio of drone deals as it races to play catch up with Amazon, because apparently the future involves Amazon and Walmart drones flying around our yards, dropping packages here and there. That sounds fun. Walmart has struck deals with 3 drone operators to test how the technology could be used for on-demand deliveries and to help it better compete with Amazon. It is testing different drone uses, from dropping off groceries to delivering COVID-19 at-home test kits. Can you imagine ordering eggs from Walmart and then some drone comes along and just throws them on your porch? I could see it happening. Amazon recently got approval from the Federal Aviation Administration to operate its own drone fleet. So yeah, more drones on the way. I'm sure now we've got Amazon, Walmart, Target will start to want drones. We'll just have drones. You can order from Dollar Tree or like Spencer Gifts at the mall, and there'll be a drone coming at your house. But those are the retail headlines for the day. Turning now to the reselling sites themselves, we'll start with eBay today. If you are in Australia, new tracking changes will come into effect soon. This year, COVID-19 has changed the way both sellers and carriers fulfill and deliver eBay orders, so it's never been more important to ensure your orders are tracked. As announced in the recent spring seller update, the below changes will apply from October 1st until at least January 2021. These temporary changes are applicable to all transactions on ebay.com Australia. Sellers who use postage track service and upload valid tracking for items valued up to $15 will automatically resolve the request on your behalf and refund the buyer. Will also absorb the cost of the refund, and you won't receive a defect. That is if you have sent your package using an eBay integrated carrier and that package has at least one valid tracking event, which could just be an acceptance scan. For items valued over $15, you should still respond to the request and ensure that the tracking number for the order is correct. However, if we've asked to step in, and we'll automatically resolve that claim. If we determine the buyer should receive a refund, we'll absorb the cost and you won't receive a defect, provided that the order was sent through eBay's integrated carrier, has at least one valid tracking event, and was sent within your stated handling time. And sellers who are unable to provide tracking on a postage service, or do not upload valid tracking. If a buyer opens it not as received request, we will resolve the request and refund after 3 business days unless the request is closed. We will do this without requiring the buyer to ask eBay to step in and help. And of course, that money will be taken from your account. So the same protections that we're getting here in the United States, some of them coming to Australia, although they're very specific for Australian sellers for items under 15 and over 15. But again, when you're on eBay, stay within your stated handling time. Use the shipping carriers that eBay provides. Print your labels through eBay and get them out. And you will have those protections. Over on the e-commerce Bytes blog, there's a new post, online sellers to pass surge postal pricing on to holiday buyers. An informal survey shows online sellers believe holiday shoppers will bear the brunt of the USPS surge pricing, though even those who pass along the higher rates will still see higher costs. A majority of e-commerce Bytes readers, 73%, say that we'll be impacted by the USPS holiday rate increase that goes into effect on October 18th and runs through January 27th. 14% said they didn't know if they would be impacted. The survey asked respondents, if you experience higher shipping costs over the holiday shopping period, who will absorb the extra cost? The results are, I will pay the extra cost, 33%. Buyers will pay the extra cost, 63%. Does not apply, 4%. One seller said, my free shipping, quote unquote, will cost me more money, while another explained, Etsy and eBay charge for shipping and handling based on weight and dimensions that I include in the listing information. So if the premium charges for the post office and FedEx, it will be charged to the buyer. So yes, if you're using calculated shipping, that is a good way to just protect yourself from those increases. So calculated shipping works where you put in the weight of the package, and then eBay will calculate the shipping based on the buyer's zip code. So like for me, shipping a 2-pound item to California is up to $10 at this point, whereas I could ship that same item to Minnesota for just shy of $8. I've always used calculated shipping because usually I shipped heavier items, things that weighed a pound or more. Now, items under a pound can go first class, so it's a little easier to estimate that postage. And of course, media mail is super cheap. So it just depends on what you sell. And of course, if you're utilizing the quote unquote free shipping, building the price into your items or charging the buyers. But yes, if you use calculated shipping, that is a good way, especially if you sell heavier items, to make sure that those costs are accurate and that you won't end up out money. eBay will automatically put those price increases into calculated shipping. The post goes on to say sellers who pass along the cost to buyers remain concerned about the impact. The buyer pays shipping. Higher rates may discourage them from making an online purchase. Some sellers express concern that the USPS will keep the increase in place in January 2020. They won't drop rates back down to where they are today. A seller who said they were concerned about changes at USPS said, this increase is aimed at Amazon. The rest of us are collateral damage. Some pointed out that an increase in shipping costs would also result in higher payment processing costs and marketplace commissions. It's not just the postal increase, but when you consider the fact that it is compounded by the fees from credit card processors, as well as selling sites are taking their fees on the total amount of sales, you are also getting hit again. With 100% of readers responding to the survey saying they used USPS, some respondents said they used additional carriers such as FedEx, UPS, and other, including Estes Freight, AIT worldwide. 41% of respondents said they typically had 250 or fewer listings running. Another 41% typically ran between 251 and 1,000 listings. And 11% said they typically had between 1,001 and 5,000 listings running. The remaining had over 5,000. Some additional comments left by sellers. I moved most of my shipping business to FedEx and UPS already. USPS has priced themselves out of the market for a lot of my packages. They are also sneakily charging the zoning associated with some places in the country, like North Carolina from the central U.S., resulting in higher prices. I'm going to select the cheapest rate to ship, and if that means I never use USPS, so be it. Another person wrote, I'm not going to go through and raise each price and then change it back a couple months later. My shipping is already high because I sell dishes, and it would encourage buyers. Someone else, I will split the cost with items at the lower end of cost factor, and with all sites taking their fees, I can't absorb all the costs myself. I'm a retired limited income household. Seems everyone is making money except for us small sellers. Another seller wrote, the USPS should not have decided to increase costs to consumers at this time. A lot of people are having trouble making ends meet because of the COVID virus. The holidays are going to be very bleak for many. Another, we have a huge repeat customer base, as well as a reputation of fair postage prices and very quick and dependable service. Our expectation is that this will continue to be a very busy holiday season. And someone else finally wrote, I may go out of business. So this shipping cost is a big concern. In the last couple of years, I did implement quote unquote free shipping on most of my items. Now, of course, I have to build that shipping cost in. It is higher, or it is difficult when shipping prices vary according to where something is being shipped. That's a challenge. Another reason why I kind of stopped doing larger, heavier items and stuck to smaller things that I could do a better estimate of that could go first class, but it's still been inching up there. I mean, for me to send a 16-ounce package at first class is now over $5, which is a lot to add into the cost of a low dollar item. So challenges galore with the USPS continue. And finally, over on the eBay for Business Facebook page, want to hear our Senior Vice President and General Manager of North America, Jordan Sweetnam, talk about the state of e-commerce. Jordan will take part in the keynote fireside as part of this week's Connect event hosted by Channel Advisor. And so this is going on this week. You can go ahead and register for free if you want to listen to that. I would imagine that they will have it up even after the event, but we will see. But if you want to go ahead and make sure to hear that, you can register. And if they do end up putting it up after the event for everyone, I will definitely share it here on the show. Amazon has launched the Shop Gift Guides Now, Wrap Later section of their website, encouraging people to shop for the holidays early. Like most retailers, we're not probably going to have a Black Friday, at least traditionally, as we have in years past. So people shop early, whether in-store or online. Amazon has gift guides for home, electronics, holiday toys, fashion, beauty, small business, white elephant, stocking stuffers, gift cards, and price points broken down for $10, $30, $50, $100, $200, as well as a deal section. And you can also narrow down your search. Who are you shopping for? Women, men, teens, kids 9 to 11, kids 6 to 8, preschoolers, babies, and toddlers. I think this is a fun thing to look at to get some inspiration so you can, see what Amazon is promoting and maybe start to source those items at thrift stores. If there's garage sales in your area, estate sales, especially if you sell clothing and home, of course, toys. So definitely something to look at to get some inspiration. The Los Angeles Times is reporting that Amazon workers marched to Jeff Bezos' mansion, calling for higher wages and protections. Demonstrations on Sunday marched to Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' Beverly Hills mansion, protesting company working conditions during the COVID-19 crisis and calling for higher wages, free healthcare, and childcare for employees. Protesters rallied at Will Rogers Memorial Park in Beverly Hills, then marched to the gates of Bezos' home, carrying signs and chanting "Tax Bezos." The demonstration was sponsored by the Congress of Essential Workers, a collective of servers, teachers, and warehouse employees, and led by the group's founder, Chris Smalls, a former Amazon warehouse manager, who said he was fired in March after organizing a work stoppage over the company's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. "You don't need Jeff Bezos, he needs us," he said through a bullhorn at the protest. Organizers released a list of demands, including that the company provide workers with adequate protective equipment and cleaning supplies, as well as an increase of $2 an hour for hazard pay. Amazon revealed last week, after months of pressure from workers and labor groups, that nearly 20,000 of its frontline U.S. workers have tested positive or been presumed positive for the coronavirus. But the online retail giant said the infection rate of its employees is well below that seen in the general U.S. population. Andrew Lewis, who serves on the Northwestward Neighborhood Council, said he was among about 100 people who attended the rally in the park. When a multi-billion dollar company, is subjecting its employees to substandard working and safety conditions during a global pandemic, and as a result, transmitting COVID-19 to 20,000 employees, it goes beyond negligence. Lewis says he has friends who still work for the company. Amazon is far and beyond the wealthiest corporation on the planet. They have the resources to keep their employees safe and healthy and actively choose not to. Discussion continues from PoshFest 2020, the virtual event that Poshmark held this year due to the COVID-19. I had to go over to the Poshmark Reddit forum to get some juicy tidbits to share with you. There's a post that says, "Not one of us asked for this. Highly requested feature update, new cover shot filters. Use our new filters to level up your cover shots and draw in more potential buyers. From warm hues to cool tones, there are tons of new options to choose from. Try out these exciting new filters now. Photo editing tools are coming soon, so stay tuned." Again, these new features that Poshmark has launched, if you're not seeing them, you might just want to do an update to the latest version of the app on your phone. This one is getting a lot of comments. Filtering shouldn't even be an option, truthfully. Yeah, let's distort the photos as much as possible, and then when you buy something, it looks nothing like the photo. I don't have the new app version on my phone yet, but it looks like they put another green hue option. This one is never a good idea unless you're trying to make your items look like they're sick with COVID. If they introduce some simple white balance and contrast ones, at least that's useful. Someone replied, "White balancing would be so helpful, especially for casual sellers who don't use light setups." Another person wrote, "The original vintage photograph filter with the black frame looks like something out of a horror movie or murder scene. I actually bought a top from a seller that used that, but the rest of their photos were luckily filterless. She has cute stuff in her closet, but I don't think it's moving because the main photos are all sickly. What are you doing this to your sellers, Poshmark?" Someone else wrote, "I agree. I'll sometimes try to lighten my pictures to show them better or details, but if it distorts it or makes it look like it does not look in real life, I won't use it. Only exception, and I fully disclose, if it's something dark and I like to significantly lighten it to show details. I'll do that, but say what I did and why. And the rest of my pictures will be unaltered to show how it really looks." And then quite a number of other comments on this. Of course, this thread will be linked in the show notes below if you want to go over and read. But yeah, filters that change color, that change chat, anything like that, you don't want to do because you want to present the item as it is, right? Natural light is a great option. Even if you don't have the fancy photo setups, shooting your photos in natural light next to a big window, make sure the lights are all on, can do a world of good. But yeah, adding weird green and gray hues, probably not such a great idea, especially when it's the very first picture that people see. You want the first picture that's what's going to draw people in, not turn them away. And finally, today we actually have some news from Mercari. People ask me all the time, "Hey, include Mercari news." There just very rarely is any Mercari news. Literally about once a month there's something, but I do have something to share. Mercari is launching their fall flash deals, the Learn to Earn event. The event of the season has arrived, and you've got the Mercari playbook to help you get in the game. Beginning October 4th, we'll take you on an 8-day crash course on how to get the best out of Mercari, whether you love to shop, are here to sell, or do a little of both. Even more exciting, we'll throw in a super surprise for you, 5 24-hour flash deals. Yes, you read that right. 5 of the next 8 days will offer you the chance to snag a coupon for big savings. Be sure to check your inbox daily to take advantage of these awesome mystery deals when they drop. Hint, make sure you're opted in to receive push notifications and emails so you don't miss the chance to save. You can also come back each day to hover over the calendar for featured deals. By the end of the week, you'll be a pro. Shop your fave brands and categories, sell your unused stuff, and earn money in your pocket. Let's get started. So they have an entire learn day where you can check out the home screen features, learn about new item icons, and get tips for using search features. And then they have their daily deals. Now, yes, this did start on Sunday, October 4th. I didn't see the story until today, so my apologies. But October 6th, you can earn $10 off coupon to the first 100 shoppers per hour to view the item on shoes. And then they have more deals that will launch the rest of the week. So that is the latest from Mercari. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Note that the articles I referenced are linked in the show notes below. And if you want to learn how to make money on eBay and YouTube the way I do, check out my books over on Amazon. They are also linked below the video. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.